D. Carson, CPA on the Lines of Global Research. I'm going to share with you something that's very important to me, and we're kind of reaching a ground where we need to reach out to ask if you'd like to join us a little bit on these lines, to become a person that will that sees the value in what we're doing. So I'm going to try to express it to you. I hope that it will find your interest, and the lines that we need on support are a little bit they're a little bit large in the lines, but I hope it won't dissuade you. I believe there's a lot of value in this that can help in societal needs, and while this may seem like a large price, the amount of cost that would go into this, running it through a nonprofit or trying to get a larger entity to accomplish as much as we'll be able to accomplish in these lines, considering we've already invested 5 years of research, perhaps 6 now, would mean that we can get much more done, and we're going to put together a resource that can be very helpful to all the cross-sector stakeholders. And it's net about a goal of core skills and financials. We came up from skills and financials, accounting, tax, and compliance, working the industry lines from audit to CFO controller. Prior to that, I had some experience in different areas, came from a family with a part in health and a part in business. The part in health obviously seeking to help on problems at the local, state, regional, national, global level, and the part in business working for the profit maximization lines of helping industry achieve what it could, and also interestingly working with technology as the infrastructure and backline, and working on some interesting things too. But that's another conversation. Our pathway comes through an interesting line. One of having had really good professors on economics when we were younger, but not really having it mapped into a clear line to see the value. And what we've achieved in 5 years is a very good way to communicate about economics and the way it snaps into the global economy, I believe, in simple ways that can be very well understood by the stakeholders, by the men, the women, the children, the families, and the societal lines of needs to contribute societal value and think about. These are broad lines, but there's many other detailed points we've covered and have researched about trade, agriculture, energy, education, global humanity, global freedom, the orderly lines of the global economy in the round 360, where on average maybe 270 nations. There's a higher real number, but we're just rounding to 270 for today, and we'll get that real number, we'll put it back. But essentially, suffice to say, we're looking at global lines. They do deal with the the lines of oceanic surveys and sustainability. So for agriculture and aquaculture, thinking about the value in the soil, thinking about the value in the ocean, challenges like acidification, different things, a better understanding of what the global lines are in that, and a more obtainable line for individuals and families, and to use that knowledge for cross-sector entity consulting to improve the lot of industry and growth and job creation for individuals and families, which is a needed engine of growth, to improve the lot of government to efficiently work with limited resources in the perspective of economic supply and demand, and limited wants and needs matched to relatively scarce resources, to better understand and support the roles of NGOs and communications and helping to connect leadership support lines, which again are not just looking to that one point, but capturing the cross-sector lines. And then for nonprofit lines, because you could have a nonprofit here working on global peace, global prosperity, global hunger, whatever it may be, knowledge lines that are global, that work with communications, that work with the ability to better understand economics with technology and with legal and financial lines. It's a very helpful way to help build things in here and face the challenges of the global economy, and think about, if we more commonly know what individuals can do to help the economy, what they can do to help in governance of the entity lines here from societal levels, like the SASB lines on sustainability, accounting, and like corporate governance, which deals with entities but is also relevant to NGOs and nonprofits, because even nonprofits have boards, and then the governmental lines of oversight too. These are round 360 lines where there's a lot of value in the economy. My value hypothesis is that there's a reduction template to global financial decision-making research that explains this all, and to reduce that to the least possible squares and get out some global research that can help societal stakeholders and can help us understand how to better help government, how to help better help NGOs, how to better help nonprofits and industry succeed as parts of the ecosystem overall. I think if you go out there today, there are lots of deep technical manuals about economics, statistics, financials, legal, trade, and all that, but there's not good reduction theory. So what I'm here to do is to build in a line, work with lean resources, comparatively lean, because if you think about getting the value of economic, technology, legal, financial, policy, societal needs, and stakeholders all in to any, look at the thing, you're basically going to have to spend a lot of money. So then when you start to think about the budget on these lines, it's a cost reduced and managed way to help on this. I've been working in a business model where there's twofold benefit. One benefit of this understanding is to societal needs for industry, government, nonprofits, and NGOs, and for stakeholder needs. And the other line of benefit is, of course, we all have to make a living, so there's a way with that knowledge that I can help myself become a better professional and more skilled to see the micro financials go to the macro financials and where that builds value. And what I'd like to do is return the perspective that we all have some degree of duty up here where we can help out. We all have some level of an ability, and mine just happens to be that I have the patience to go through this, to read it, to put it together, in fact have an inspired vision to help use it for improvements where we all meet. But what we really need to be able to do that and have the luxury to focus in on it the way we'd like to is we need to ask for a little bit of support. Now the increment of support runs from from a small amount to a large amount. On the small end, it means that we're going to have to cut in other things that we do to kind of help out. On the large end, it means we'll have a more dedicated focus. If we get to the large end of the line of funding, and really we could probably use upwards to 100K would be helpful. But I think that's probably 25 to 75 might be a reasonable range. There's a chance there'll be no interest in this at all, which would be sad and unfortunate, but then we'll know the value when we put it out there. But I think that the value in broad lines of understanding industry, government, nonprofits, NGOs, and the stakeholder lines and how we all meet in the global economy, and kind of a way, if you will, to work with policy and think about your local, your regional, your state, your multi-state, your federal, and your global lines to help is something that can net benefit many people in the world. So if we got 75,000 people and each person put $1 in, we'd be there. We'd be able to spend a year on this. What we'd do is, if we get up to the top end of the funding, we're going to put a capstone on it of research, and we will summarize everything we've learned at that point, put it into a book, and bring it through to help out as one of the potential outcomes there. The other incentives might just be consulting to help you and see you have a personalized consultation. We're going to have to think about the lines and how to incentivize that and still maintain some degree of understanding, because we put a lot of sweat equity and we're 5 years into working with this model. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people will roll your eyes and say, my goodness, why do you want to know that? But that's precisely it. We do want to know because it's an area where not everyone's fired up, but we all have a lot of important stakeholder interest in making sure that we can support industry, NGOs, government, and nonprofits to the optimal level of defining policy as the point where we all connect for societal needs, to support stakeholders, and to think about, in that way, working with economy, technology, legal, and financials, how can we help for improvements in the global economy on trade, agriculture, energy, education, humanities, stewardship of scarce resources, conflict resolution, and many of points. A lot of it, the resources actually do support conflict cycles and do support strife, so a greater understanding of this can help on other points of needs. And our point would just be to put something together that's a strong resource to this generation and the next, because the embedded line is that knowledge of this caliber can help future generations solve problems. And that could be the greatest of all achievements if we're allowed to look and focus in a way of what can we create of value, that we can leave a value that can help the current generation, looking into pension crises, looking into government economic financial challenges, looking to global challenges and other things that would help policy today but also help tomorrow. And I'm very inspired at that. So the DCARS and CPA lines will obviously continue to move forward in any direction. Global research is a part of what we do, but we'd like to open it up to you if you're an interested stakeholder, a philanthropist, someone that can see the value of what we're doing and would see it ideally from a perspective of societal and entity value, because we're really trying to reach out here and do something that's working for both ends, something that's working for stakeholders as well as for cross-sector entity improvement. So I'm Dean Carson. This is an appeal. If you would help us in the global research lines, we're opening up a request for funding in this range of lines. We're going to put that out on the various funding platforms to see where we can get some support, or a designated funding platform. And we may put out other micro projects on the lines. I'm not sure if we will or we won't, but we certainly wanted to give this a beta because I've really enjoyed the process of global research. I've enjoyed the empowerment of learning about industry, government, NGOs, nonprofits, individuals, families, the ways that we all meet through financials, both macro and micro, the way the binding structure of legal works together, to build strong connection of our societal lines and those lines of technology. Now, the last point in the line is technology has not permeated the whole economy. ICT is still work in development in Africa. There's other regions in the world, perhaps in Asia, that are underserved, and they're currently building out ICT. So when we look to global, we're probably really looking at the connected technology lines and where it's able to reach, but certainly a chapter in there is about where it's not able to reach. The technology, the adequacy and inadequacy is another layer of it. I'm Dean Carson. We'll put more to the sketch lines and details. We hope we can have your support. If you're a philanthropist looking for an opportunity to find a financial professional like myself who's interested in putting in the knowledge for societal benefits and trying to help out a bit, then you've come to the right place. The amount is big on scale to what I've seen here, but it never hurts to just say this is where we are. We can run lean, or we can be a little bit more of a comfortable mode. Net-net, we'll still move forward with the knowledge and helping on research because it's in us to solve problems. But if we could have your support, we'd really like to have your support, and then we would accredit the points where you helped out, and that would become a part of the end product. We'll talk more about the delivery of an end product and how we can map this to an output product to be one that'll help the people that are part of this project to be more knowledgeable of what we found and to help on the future lines for policy for the cross-sector stakeholders and, primarily being individuals and families and the way they support these different entities. I'm Dean Carson. I hope you find this interesting. We'll put much more out to the lines where we ask for the support. This is not a line of a nonprofit. It's a line of an individual who's trying to solve these problems, just for connection, for awareness. And if we find your funding, that's the capacity it comes to. Based on the level of your funding, we may have to set it up to other lines. But I'm Dean Carson, and we're very interested and hope we'll find your support. We're going to put this up and test it and see where we go, but we really want your support to try and work on these lines and build something of value that can help all stakeholders in the economy to understand the challenges we all face in a complex economy headed to a complex future, but with the optimism that we're all looking to solve problems where we meet an economy, and this knowledge can help. Thank you. I'm Dean Carson.